Mining update, lesson about the industry and job hunt video. Welcome to Australian Mining for New Starters, and in today's video we are going to look at all the prices and we're going to talk about what happens in mining during Christmas. So we're going to talk about what happens at this time of the year, whether we slow down or it speeds up or what happens. And then we're going to do a job hunt video. So first off, let's go and have a look at the prices. So as you can see, gold's well over $4,000 an ounce Australian still, and comes in at $4,162 an ounce on the spot price, and copper is $14,091. If we have a look at the coal price, it's $113 a ton US, which is, in that range where it makes things a bit iffy, unfortunately. And iron ore is at 105, and so it's just moving sideways. So everything's pretty much as it's been for the last couple of weeks. So if we go over to our map of where all the mines are around the country, so these are all the gold and copper mines that are looking for people. And for today's lesson about what's going on in Christmas, we're going to come over and have a look at a blog that I wrote. So we lovingly refer to Christmas as Snatch It season because we describe the period of time leading up to Christmas, New Year holidays. In the past, there was a lot of work around. People would quit, snatch it. So that's when you go in and tell the boss that you don't want the job anymore. Their jobs in mid-December, and then start looking for a job mid-January when the money started to run low. While other issues often play a big role in people snatching it, having to work the coming holidays is often the straw that's broken the camel's back. So with all Australian mines running 24/7, 365 a year, including in Christmas and New Year's, they want the mine to run the whole period of time so it doesn't slow down over Christmas. The actual mining jobs where you physically go to work and work in the mine, they're 24/7, 365 a year. Shutdown and construction, those people shut down over Christmas time because they can work their roster around what's going on with the maintenance and the shutdown work and all that sort of stuff. The actual mine site, they want it going the whole time. And so what happens, and this happened to me once, if several members of crew snatch it at once, this can often lead to a domino effect as management start cancelling people's leave to cover the missing crew. I know what you're asking yourself, would management really cancel leave? Yes, they do. It happens. I've been in the unlucky position of having the leave cancelled and having to keep my job. I watched 5 members of my crew all decide that they had enough and decided to leave. They all snatched it within 12 hours of each other. I can see the same thing happening this year, again, with all the jobs around. You just have to click on Underground in Seek, and that'll take you through to the link, and you'll see all the jobs come up. This is a video that Jess and I did with our Conversations About Mining podcast that goes into Snatch It season. It's a really good time of the year to get in. So this is the best time of year for a new starter to get a job. Now in the lead up to Christmas through to the end of January, employers are desperate to fill their crews. Like I have said before in videos and blogs, all the employers want experienced people, but when they can't get them, the employers will take the next best thing, somebody that knows how their mine works and what's going to be expected of them on site. This is where the underground training students come in. Knowing how it all works puts you 6 to 8 weeks ahead of everybody else they're interviewing for these jobs. Being trained in how the hard rock mine works and the job's tasks performed, you are able to offer the employer a great option if the experienced person can't be found, which often they can't be. And anybody that's got 12 months truck driving experience, they don't want to be a truck driver anymore. They want one of the service crew or pace crew jobs that's going around. And you can see all the people that have used the training to get jobs on the Wall of Fame page here. It'll take you through to the link, and these are the different packages that we use. So you can have a look at the different packages there and take it through. But at this time of the year, there's so much work around, it's not funny. So if you type Underground into Seek, you'll see all the underground truck jobs going. And like I said, people are asking for experience because they don't want the pain in the ass of having to train, because it is a pain to train. It costs a lot of money to train people, unfortunately. What a lot of people don't realise is because of all the inductions that you've got to do and medicals and get you to site and all the training that you've got to go through, most employers don't get any change out of $20,000 to $30,000 per person that they employ. And when you've got a failure rate that's over 50% of those people, it ends up costing you a lot of money. So that's why people want experience, or if they've got to take entry level, they want people that have, can show them that they know how it all works. So there's a guarantee that you're going to work out, but that you can show to them that you know what you're getting yourself into. Because when you go in like that, people that do the training that get jobs, it goes down to less than 10% failure rate, and that's the hook for the employers. But you can see all the truck driving jobs around. There's lots. And also the diamond driller off-sider jobs. There's lots of those as well, and lots of nipper jobs as well. Here's a driller's off-siders job in South Australia, shotcrete operator job in Cooper Pedy. So they're looking for shotcrete agi operators, paste fill in the goldfields. They're all jobs that people have gotten after have done the training, and they've gotten in with, no mining experience or no, heavy labouring background or anything like that. They've gotten in because they can talk to the employers about how it all works. And as New South Wales, there's all these mines around, and they're all going to be short people because there's a lot of movement at this time of year. So if we look at the next jobs, the drillers off-sider jobs, and you'll see the majority of them are underground at the moment because there's a lot of work going on underground in gold and copper mines around the country. There's a little bit of stuff on the surface, as you can see, but the majority of it is drillers off-siders underground. And then the last one that we can go through and have a look at is the utility jobs. And with the utility, it's a really mixed bag. So this is more what the pay packet's really like. I get a bit suspicious when I see job ads like this around with the elevated pay packet. Nobody's paying their housekeeper $63 an hour. It's just not happening. All these jobs, these full-time jobs, all go for between 76 and maybe 85,000 a year if you're lucky. And the reason that they can do that is because they just trap people in these jobs. Because people jump in thinking that you can make the jump from a utility job into a production mining job, and it becomes virtually impossible because of the poaching rules. I talk to somebody nearly every week that's got a utility job thinking that they're going to be able to get a mining job out of it, and they can't, because with the poaching rules on site, if you want to change from one employer to another, you have to go off site normally for 6 months before you can come back on site with a new employer, and that makes it virtually impossible to move jobs, unfortunately. So, that's what's going on with utility. But if you want a job, and especially if you want to take advantage of Snatch It season, the best way in is to learn how it all works. You can use the training to do it. We've got the 3 different packages that you can use. And if you want to have a look at what you're actually going to learn in the training, you can go to any one of those packages pages. So there's intro there and there's work ready there. And if you come down here, you can click on the PDFs and you can open them up, and you can actually have a look at what you're going to learn. And so, it's hard rock mining operation, ventilation, ground support, development mining, taking a cut, firing a cut, escapeway, production mining, so that's all your stopes, and paste fill, so that's all filling your stopes up once we take it all out. Goes through all the jobs, does scaling, all that sort of wonderful stuff. And then you can go nipper and other important duties, and it goes through all the nippers duties, watering down, general mining information, underground tag board, how that works, information you need to know before you start work, so how the pre-start meeting works, safety representative, the safety representative regulations, how all that works, goes into the different types of mining, so you've got the full bottle on that, what everybody's talking about. And it's a comprehensive training program that teaches you everything the employer wants, and this is the only training that you can do in the country that's not employer training, that will actually teach you how it all works. So I hope you found that information helpful, and I hope everybody has a really good Christmas, and if you could share this information around and like and subscribe the channel. Thanks.